Has COVID been hard on your marriage? Hey there, I'm Sharon Pope. I help strong and successful women who are struggling in lonely and disconnected marriages get the confidence and clarity they need to either fix the struggles in their marriage or move forward without regret. If you like what you hear, I hope you'll subscribe. So what kind of impact has COVID had on your marriage? So we have all been forced into close proximity with one another, with our spouses and our family and just a trusted circle for a long time. And that increased closeness has helped some couples come closer together. But way more couples have struggled through COVID than have become thriving couples. And if couples had issues before the pandemic, those issues have probably just become more intensified through the pandemic because of the increased stress. I always say relationship problems don't age well. They're not exactly like a fine wine. The things that we don't address and that we ignore or hope that they'll just go away, they actually get bigger and they tend to intensify. And the reason for that is that the patterns of engagement don't change because we're not really doing anything differently. And so then more hurts occur, which means more resentments get piled up until we feel so far away from one another as a couple that we're not even sure we like each other anymore. So here's the 5 ways that I feel like COVID has really impacted our marriages. So number 1 is we are now spending a lot of time together. Right? And that means that our day-to-day irritations are sort of up close and personal, right? They're in our face every single day, those irritations of just day-to-day living together. Second is that we cannot distract as easily as we used to be able to do. We're not having as many girls' nights out for wine, are we? The stress has never been higher because now we're either working from home or we might be unemployed. We have to figure out how to educate our children since they couldn't go to school for a while. We worry about family members and people we love and their health. The stress has never been higher. Fourth, it is harder to stay grounded because we don't have the community, right? Now, whether it's, churches have gone online, but a lot of groups and support groups and just people that we're used to having, the community around us. Our community has gotten much, much smaller. And so whenever we lose community, it increases the feeling of disconnection. And community is really important to being able to stay grounded in who we are and how we feel and what we know. And lastly is that affairs are easier to start. And the reason why is because technology makes that so much easier to have an affair. Even if it's just an online or an emotional betrayal, they're much easier to start because we are in our phones a lot more these days, aren't we? We're numbing out watching TV and in our phones more than we ever have been because we can't go do all the things that we really want to do. I feel like one day there's going to be hundreds of books written about the impact that COVID had on marriages. And sadly, a lot of that story will be stories that came to an end because the marriages ended. And the divorce rates will have increased during the time of COVID and then just after the pandemic ended. But here's the thing. Some of those marriages were long overdue to end. And some of those marriages could have changed, could have evolved to a new place where it felt good for both of them. See, there's something you should know about me. I don't think that every marriage should absolutely be saved. And I know that far too many marriages end far too soon because they're not equipped to do this well, to be in relationship with someone over the course of decades. So if COVID has had an impact on your marriage, and you are just trying to figure out, can I fix the struggles inside this marriage? Or is my only answer to leave? I want to invite you to go to clarityformymarriage.com. From there, You'll be able to complete an online application to see if there's a fit for you and I to work together so that you can get to your answer for your life, not my answer for your life and your marriage, your answer. And when you have your answer, you can move forward, whether that's to stay or to lovingly release the relationship. If this was helpful, I hope you'll subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be notified every time we post a new video, at the end of this video in the upper left corner, click that button and we'll send you a notification every time a new video posts. Take good care.